Ukraine's military repelled more than 100 Russian assaults in 5 areas over the past 24 hours, the General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces reported in its morning briefing on March 18. Russian forces are concentrating their efforts on conducting offensives toward Lyman, Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Mariinka, and Shakhtarsk in Donetsk Oblast. Air Force carried out 6 strikes on temporary Russian bases. Ukraine's rocket and artillery forces hit 2 Russian temporary bases and 1 position of their air defense system, the General Staff added. Russia's army launched 34 airstrikes and 57 MLRS attacks against Ukraine over the past day. In southeast battlefield, Russian troops hit Zaporizhzhia, destroying a catering establishment, acting Zaporizhzhia Mayor Anatolii Kurtiev reported. The blast wave damaged nearby apartment buildings, he added. Emergency services are working at the scene. According to Zaporizhzhia Oblast Military Administration, Russia used S-300 air defense missiles to attack the city. Late on March 17, Russia launched a drone attack against Ukraine. Explosions were reported in Dnipropetrovsk, Kiev, and Zhytomyr oblasts. Ukrainian air defense shot down 11 out of 16 Iranian-made Shahid drones Russia launched at Ukraine late on March 17, Air Force reported. According to Ukraine's Air Force, Russia attacked Ukraine from 2 directions. Russia launched Shahid drones from Bryansk Oblast and the eastern coast of the Azov Sea. Earlier, Dnipropetrovsk Oblast Governor Serhiy Lysak said that Ukraine's Eastern Command intercepted 3 drones over Dnipropetrovsk Oblast, but 2 other drones hit a critical infrastructure facility in Novomoskovsk. Air Defense Forces shot down all the drones over Kiev, Serhiy Popko, head of the Kiev Oblast Military Administration, said. Russian forces also struck the communities of Bilopilia, Shalahin, and Esmen, the Sumy Oblast Military Administration reported on March 17. Russia used artillery, mortars, and grenade launchers to attack the communities. According to officials, 186 strikes were recorded. No casualties or damages were reported. Ukraine will need more advanced aircraft than MiG-29 fighter jets to defeat Russia, according to Air Force spokesperson Yuri Anat. Poland is set to send Ukraine 4 MiG-29 in the coming days, and Slovakia has pledged to transfer 13 from its arsenal. According to Anat, the jets will strengthen Ukraine's defense capabilities when it comes to patrolling Ukrainian airspace, fighter cover, and intercepting mass missile and drone attacks. However, the Soviet-era aircraft are ultimately not effective against Russia due to antiquated radar and missiles, Anat said. Ukraine has been appealing to its Western allies for F-16 fighter jets to protect its airspace from Russian attacks and strengthen its upcoming counteroffensive. However, many allies, most notably the US and Germany, have not supported the initiative. A statement released by the White House on March 17 indicated that Poland's decision to send MiG-29s to Ukraine will not sway the U.S. decision to withhold F-16 fighter jets, which U.S. President Joe Biden has deemed unnecessary for Ukraine's current defense needs. Critics argue that allies' refusal to supply F-16, Typhoon and Dassault fighter jets and long-range ATACMS missiles to Ukraine will prevent Kyiv from launching a counteroffensive and liberating the rest of Ukrainian territory. Ukraine's lack of advanced aircraft and missiles will likely prolong Russia's war of aggression and result in thousands of deaths. We reported last night that U.S. President Joe Biden along with the UK welcomed the International Criminal Court's decision to issue an arrest warrant for President Vladimir Putin for war crimes in Ukraine. Speaking to reporters, Mr. Biden also said Mr. Putin had clearly committed war crimes and the warrant, although not recognized in the U.S., was justified and made a very strong point. His remarks came after UK Foreign Secretary James cleverly said it was essential that those at the top of the regime in Moscow were held to account for the atrocities which have taken place since the invasion a year ago. The Hague-based ICC said it was issuing the warrant for the arrest of the Russian leader over the alleged abduction and deportation of thousands of Ukrainian children to Russia. The charges were immediately dismissed by the Kremlin, which does not recognize the ICC as legally void. In Europe, Germany's energy regulator has ruled out a gas supply emergency for the current winter but cannot give the all-clear for the 2023/24 season, its president told a German newspaper. "We cannot rule out a gas shortage for the next winter. Risk factors are that the winter of 2023/24 could be very cold, that households and companies aren't saving enough," Klaus Müller told Rheinische Post. Germany has so far successfully tackled Russia's move to end most of its gas supplies to the country, thanks to warm temperatures, lower demand and support from alternative suppliers.